thousands of years ago, in the snow-capped mountains of the Himalayas. Yogi hermits meditated in deep caves where the air was so thin that ordinary people could hardly breathe. Yet they lived, not just lived, radiant as the dawn, forever young, their bodies shining like pure gold, their minds as calm as a still lake. How could that be? They had discovered the secret of immortal breathing, the ancient technique known as Himalayan Divine Breath. It was not a technique of just inhaling and exhaling. It was the science of vital energy, the art of connecting body, mind, and soul into the same prana. I remember those early days as a young soul, led by masters into that silent land of snow. On Mount Kailash, where the air is so thin that even breathing seems to vanish, we are taught, "My son, when you no longer breathe as a body, but as a soul, then you will know God." And we understand breath is the bridge between the visible and invisible worlds. When people only know how to live on air, they are bound by the limitations of the body. But when they learn to absorb prana, the pure energy of the universe, they begin to transform their cells into light. Prana does not pass through the lungs like air. It passes through the subtle energies, nadis, in the body, especially Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna, the three energy streams that run along the spine, connecting the body to the soul. When the practitioner harmonizes these three energy streams through conscious breathing, Kundalini energy, the sacred serpent of consciousness, is awakened. At that moment, each cell is bathed in light. Each strand of DNA begins to vibrate, opening up the immortal frequency of the soul. The breath of Himalayan Yogis is not like that of ordinary people. They breathe with consciousness, not with the lungs. When their minds are quiet, their breathing almost stops. And in that pause, prana circulates by itself, nourishing the body with cosmic light without oxygen. That is why they can meditate for hours, even days, and their bodies remain radiant, warm, and alive. Did you know that every time you inhale deeply and exhale gently, a part of your old energy, anxiety, fear, suffering is released? But every time you breathe without awareness, the energy of ignorance accumulates, making your body heavy and aging faster. Yogis understand this. They turn each breath into a sacred ritual. They do not just breathe air, but breathe the light of God. The secret of youth: when breath stops, time stops. My friend, aging does not begin with the body, but with the mind. The body is just a mirror of the mind. When your mind is tense, fearful, burdened with memories and worries, your breathing becomes shallow, rapid, and disordered. And when your breathing is disordered, prana, the life force of the universe, cannot circulate naturally in the body. The cells are no longer bathed in light. They shrink, dry up, and time begins to mark your body. But when your mind is calm, clear, when the breath becomes subtle, light, prana begins to revive every cell, melting away the marks of time. Then the body becomes youthful, supple, and full of light, not because of cosmetics or medicines, but because you breathe in the rhythm of eternity. When you breathe unconsciously, you are carried away by the flow of time. When you breathe with awareness, you become the master of time. 1. When the breath slows down, the cells enter a state of immortality. The ancient yogis understood that the breath is the biological clock of the body. The faster you breathe, the faster the clock runs. The slower you breathe, the slower the clock slows. And when the breath stops in absolute stillness, the clock of time stops. The Himalayan sages observed nature and understood this. A dog breathes fast, its heart beats fast, and it lives a short time. A turtle breathes very slowly, its heart beats slowly, and it lives for hundreds of years. It is not a coincidence, but a cosmic law. Breath determines the rhythm of life. When you practice slow, deep, even breathing, your cells receive fewer stress signals. Stress hormones stop being released. Free radicals, the cause of cell aging, are neutralized. Pure prana flows in. Your DNA begins to restructure according to the frequency of light. That is why when you meditate deeply, you feel your body rejuvenated, glowing from within. When the breath becomes so subtle that you barely feel it, that is when you enter the energy zone of immortality. 2. When the breath stops, the mind also stops, and time disappears. Observe. When your mind is restless, your breathing is fast. When your mind is still, your breathing is slow. But what few people know is that this relationship is two-way. If you calm your breath, your mind will also calm down. The Himalayan Yogis call this the inverse principle of samadhi. They say, when the breath stops, the stream of thoughts stops. When the stream of thoughts stops, time stops. When time stops, man meets God within himself. In that moment, there is no past or future. There is only the eternal present, the space-time where the soul resides. At that moment, you are no longer living, you are. You are no longer breathing, you are the breath itself. Time exists only in the moving mind. When the mind stops, time has no meaning. That is the secret that yogis have kept for thousands of years. The secret of immortality, of eternal youth. 3. Science and spirituality merge when prana touches DNA. Today, science has begun to touch what yogis have known for a long time. Biologists say, when people meditate and breathe slowly, deeply, and evenly, the enzyme telomerase is activated, which helps protect telomeres, the end of chromosomes, the factor that determines cell longevity. The longer the telomeres, the younger the cells. But the interesting thing is, telomere lengthening is not only due to nutrition or drugs, but also due to the state of consciousness. When you meditate in a still breath, the cells begin to receive new information from the energy field of consciousness. DNA, which is a wave-receiving antenna of the soul, begins to absorb higher frequencies, the frequencies of pure prana. And at that frequency, the aging process stops. Because your body no longer operates in biological mode, but in optical mode, the mode of light. The Holy Himalayan Breathing Technique. Dear friend, the technique I am about to impart to you, it is the breath of the universe, the primordial flow that I have received from the source of life without beginning or end, the very source from which you and I originate. I call this technique the Holy Himalayan Breath, the Holy Himalayan Breath. It is not just a way of inhaling and exhaling, but the art of uniting the soul and the breath, the consciousness and the energy, the God and the human. Preparation, sacred place and attitude. Choose a quiet place. If possible, sit near nature, a corner of the garden, under the moonlight, or in a small room where you feel safe. Sit with your spine straight, your head slightly bent, like a lotus flower opening towards the morning sun. Put aside all notions of the world. Not to deny it, but to see that you are greater than this world. You are not this body, not this mind. You are the observer behind all movements, still, unchanging, infinite. Now, let your body become like a temple. And the breath is the sacred incense rising in that temple. Step 1. Breathe in the light, receive the cosmic energy. Breathe very slowly, very deeply. But do not breathe only through the nose, but breathe consciously. As you breathe in, feel the light from the Himalayas, from the stars, from the center of the universe is pouring down through the crown of your head, Sahasrara. It flows like a golden stream into every cell, every energy vein. Imagine you are not breathing air, but the light of God, the breath of life. Feel that light coming down, touching your heart. Here, pause for 3 seconds, no rush, no hurry, just silence and gratitude. In that moment, your heart is meeting God with every beat. Light and breath become one. Step 2. Exhale darkness, release all bonds. As you exhale, don't just push the air out. Imagine that all the pain, worries, hurts, and old karma are dissolving into mist and drifting away. Exhale with gratitude. Feel the light inside you expanding, spreading out of your body, out into the room, out into the earth. Each exhalation is a wave of love, and it is in that wave that the old cells begin to renew themselves. They are reborn in new light, as if you were born again. Step 3. When breath and mind melt together. Continue practicing until your breath becomes so subtle, so light that you almost don't notice it anymore. Don't try to stop it, let it stop by itself, like a lake without ripples when the wind is calm. And when the breath stops naturally, the mind also stops. Then you are no longer the breather. You become the universal breath itself. Time stops. Age stops. All limitations disappear. In that moment, you are eternity. Step 4. Stay aware, don't fall into sleep. When you reach that deep stillness, don't fall into unconsciousness. Keep your awareness bright, like a lamp that doesn't waver in the wind. Realize, I am in this body, but not of it. I am breathing, but not the breather. This is the secret of the immortal yogis. They do not defeat time with drugs or magic, but with total presence in each breath. When you are fully aware of your breath, you become the immortal observer. And in that awareness, every cell of your body is bathed in the energy of immortality. Step 5. Unification, from personal breath to the breath of the universe. Now, you are no longer breathing separately. You feel yourself breathing with the trees, with the mountains, with the oceans, with the stars. The universe breathes in, you breathe in. The universe breathes out, you breathe out. Then, you become a bridge between heaven and earth. There is no longer a separate you, there is only one breath of the universe moving through you. That is Prana Shakti, the energy of eternal life. Let it flow, sing, dance within you. Step 6. End, return but do not leave. When you finish the practice, do not open your eyes yet. Be grateful for the breath. Be grateful for the body. Be grateful for life. Then slowly open your eyes, and you will notice everything around you is the same, but you are completely different. Your mind is as clear as the dawn on Mount Kailash. Your breath is as light as the spring breeze. and you will know you have touched the source of eternal youth. My friend, if you practice regularly every day, just 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening, you will see a miracle happen. Your body adjusts itself. Your mind is unusually clear. And you feel a warm current of energy running around your heart that is the sign that Babaji is breathing with you, unifying breath and consciousness. I will reveal to you an ancient secret. When the breath stops, the mind stops. When the mind stops, the primordial consciousness appears. And when the primordial consciousness appears, that is God within you. It is not you who achieve Him, but He awakens in you, because you have stopped disturbing His frequency with the noise of the mind. At this moment, you do not need to try to breathe, try to meditate. It is life itself that is meditating through you. It is the universe that is breathing in you. This is the state we call Prana Samadhi, the union of breath and consciousness, of energy and consciousness. It is not drowsiness, it is not sleep. It is the full awakening of consciousness in absolute silence. Signs of awakening through breath. When you are truly at one with your breath, you will notice. Your body becomes light, as if you are just a breeze. Your mind is silent yet still bright. Your heart expands, you feel unconditional love for all living beings. Your sleep becomes deeper and shorter because you no longer need sleep to recover. Your intuition is sharp, you feel subtle energies, sounds, and lights that you never knew before. Your breathing is so slow and soft that you do not know you are breathing because in fact, you have dissolved into life. The beauty of oneness. You will no longer ask, "How do I stop aging?" Because you will see that there is no me to age. And you will no longer try to hold the breath. Because the breath has become you, and you are the breath. That is when you know you have come home. Not to the Himalayas, not in the body, but to the eternal light of God Himself.